Welcome to another Kunes Cars Combos, and I am Ron Hutter, the Regional General Manager for the Sycamore region, and today I am with Alec from the Kishwaukee Art League. Today we're going to be driving a 2023 Durango RT. Alec, what inspired you to become part of the Kishwaukee Valley Art League?
Well, when my wife and I moved back to Illinois from Arizona, we've been doing art shows out there, and we were looking for art groups and shows to do here in Illinois. And we attended one of their holiday shows and met some of the people there, and they seemed like to be a nice group. And so we decided to join the Kishwaukee Valley Art League.
Okay, and what history do you have in art?
Actually, not a lot. I had no art background until I retired from teaching high school and got bored and got exposed to gourd art in Arizona, where we had a house, and that got me started and sort of became an addiction.
Gourd art. So explain, what is a gourd?
Well, soft-shell gourds are squash and pumpkins.
Okay.
As you know, if you ever carved a jack-o'-lantern, they rot and decay over time.
Correct.
Hard-shell gourds, once they cure in the field, they're like wood. They're not going to rot or decay.
Interesting.
So you can carve them, you can wood burn them. Anything that you can do with wood, you can drill them, you can do with a hard-shell gourd.
So it's almost like working with wood.
Yeah.
Craftsmanship, but you're sculpting them.
Yep. Drilling, carving.
Yeah, very cool. Can you share some of the missions and goals of the Kishwaukee Valley Art League?
With our mission statement, we want to inspire, encourage, and promote local artists in the Kishwaukee Valley area.
Okay. And how do you do that? I mean, what ways do you reach the community by doing that?
We have a gallery, and we have monthly meetings for artists, and the public's invited to those also. We bring in demonstrators from as far as Chicago, Rockford, all around Northern Illinois area.
Okay.
We also do the Northern Illinois Art Show first weekend of June. This will be our 53rd annual Northern Illinois Art Show.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, and you guys also do some stuff with the kids, correct?
We do. We do art classes at our gallery in the summer when school's out and help kids
stay active in that.
Right.
Yep. And is there a cost to that?
No, there's not.
Very, very cool. How do you guys encourage and support local artists within the community?
Again, we offer that with our gallery. We offer artists a place where they can display and sell their artwork. When we joined the league, we didn't even have a gallery. We were meeting in the club room at Hy-Vee grocery store.
Oh, wow.
And at that time, I believe we had about 40 artists in the league. But now that we have our gallery, that has attracted other artists. They've come to us because they need a place to sell their artwork. Now we have 166 artists, members in our league.
Really? That many people?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's amazing.
And with the Northern Illinois Art Show, we give artists an opportunity to sell their work there and get exposed. It brings a lot of people into the Sycamore community. And we do another show, the Holiday Arts and Crafts Show, later towards the Christmas season.
Okay. And your wife's an artist too, isn't she?
She is, yes.
Yep.
She paints acrylic landscape paintings. She's never had a background in art either. She is pretty much self-taught.
Self-taught?
Watching videos and painting videos.
Okay.
Like that.
Now, do you guys have somebody on staff that has a larger art background to do some lessons and stuff like with the kids?
Oh yeah, yes, we do. We have painters, photographers, wood turners, fabric artists, a lot of different, and some of our artists are very, very talented. We have signature members of the Watercolor Society, Illinois Watercolor Society.
Okay.
We have what's called Second Saturday, where some of our members come and do artwork together, and anyone's welcome to come and do that artwork. We have members who volunteer to teach different classes
Okay.
in the gallery, and
Really neat.
to adults.
And I was going to say, that's an adult class?
Yeah, those are adult classes.
Interesting. And is the club backed by the artists themselves, or is it community-based donations? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, we are a 501(c) nonprofit organization.
Okay.
So our membership, since we're a nonprofit, our membership fees are not that much. It's $50 a year.
Oh, wow, that's cheap.
Yes. So, yeah, we pretty much have to rely on grant money,
Okay.
donations. I'm in the process of trying to get us some corporate sponsors,
Okay.
and we're very grateful for any help that we can get financially.
Okay. So, Alec, is there any specific requirements somebody has to become part of the Art League?
Not really. If they have an interest in art, we accept pretty much anyone who wants to be an artist. Like I said, we have
Just pure desire is all you need.
painters, wood turners, fabric artists, photographers. We have stone sculptors.
Okay. So anybody from any level can get involved in this. And if obviously if you're more experienced, you're going to want to be one of the people, sharing your knowledge.
Right.
And obviously, if you're newer to this, you're going to want to, learn from those people.
And if students want to become members of the Art League, we don't charge them membership fees.
Oh, really?
Right.
So at what age does that go to?
All the way through high school.
All the way through high school. So once they're out of high school, then they no longer qualify for the free.
Right.
Interesting. What other organizations or businesses do you collaborate with to enhance the community with the art scene?
Mm-hmm. Well, we are members of the Sycamore Chamber of Commerce, so we do get involved with all their downtown events, say like the Chocolate Walk or Witches Night Out. We also have a program with OC Creations in DeKalb, OC Creations. They allow us to bring artwork, our members bring artwork into their business where other people can see it. And the purpose of that was to promote businesses to ask us to bring artwork into their
business.
In their business and displays in their walls, those things.
And would the artwork be for sale at those businesses
Yes.
then? Okay. Yeah, obviously they'd have to reach out to the Art League to do something
Correct.
to actually purchase it.
Right. We are actually contacted quite frequently by places like the YMCA. They wanted to do art display of younger children's artwork, so they would contact us and have contacted us to judge the artwork, jury the artwork, to choose which ones are going to be selected for their display.
Really cool, because you guys are the professionals, obviously. Yeah, I'm sure people at the YMCA are not art professionals.
And we were just contacted by Elwood House in DeKalb
Okay.
to do pretty much the same thing.
And what's Elwood House?
When Barbara was invented in DeKalb
Okay.
by a man named Glidden, and he partnered with a man named Elwood, who has a beautiful stone mansion over here that you can take tours through. Mr. Elwood had the money to finance the barbed wire production, and they have reached out to us to jury some artwork for them.
Oh, really cool.
But we'll get calls from, say, Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts or whatever, for things that they would like us to do.
And how do you think this artwork impacts people? Does it change who they are when they start getting deeper into the artwork? Does it impact their life in some way, shape, or form?
Our former president, Larry Bond, had a motto that art feeds the soul.
Art feeds the soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you see that often at these classes and stuff, or
I believe,
adults or children?
I believe so. And it's always sort of neat to see other artists and what they're doing and how creative they are. And it sort of feeds your creativity, sparks your creativity.
I'm sure it does. Yeah. thinking outside the box.
Right.
What's the most impressive? Have you guys had an artist come from the art league and become a well-known artist, or anybody been extremely famous from this?
And I don't know about extremely famous.
Okay.
Locally, we have artists that are pretty well known. We have an artist who's a stone carver.
Okay. That sounds very difficult.
He was doing this before he joined us.
Sure.
But he's been a member for a while now. But he carved statues for churches and museums.
Oh.
So,
By hand.
by hand. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. I couldn't even imagine. I mean, it's just so hard. I couldn't imagine shaping it into something, so it's kind of interesting. What challenges have you faced running the Art League, and how have you overcome them?
Challenges. Well, it's grown tremendously.
I would think, from where you were to where you are today.
Yes. So to run an organization like that, we have a board of directors of about 10 members.
Okay.
And to keep everything going smoothly, you need, because we have director of publicity, membership chair, exhibits chair, program chair, publicity chair, in addition to the president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary. It takes, honestly, it takes a lot of finances to keep an organization going.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
Sure
that's why, especially with our philanthropy program.
Yeah, what you were saying something about that. What is the philanthropy program?
Well, it's several prongs here. One is we partner with the Sycamore High School, DeKalb High School, and Kishwaukee College. And each semester, the art teachers in those three schools will nominate 2 of their art students as promising artists. So we will invite them, one during the first semester and one during the second semester, to attend one of our meetings and bring their student artwork to the meeting, and they'll get a chance to get up and show their artwork and explain it, what inspired them to create that artwork, what medium they were using. So that's one of the things that we do. And in return, we will give those young artists a monetary award and a certificate of excellence, and then we will donate a monetary award to their art department so they can buy art supplies. Another way that we do philanthropy work in the community is there are nonprofit organizations such as Safe Passage and Hope Haven that are either abuse shelters or memory
care units.
Memory care
yes.
units.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Alzheimer's units.
Alzheimer's, that's the word I couldn't remember.
Yep.
So there's 4 to 6 of those nonprofit organizations in DeKalb and Sycamore, and that they will give us a wish list of the type of art supplies that they would like to use for their residents, and we will get those art supplies. We will box them up according to their wish lists. Some of them will get 2 or 3 boxes of art supplies, and then we will notify them that they're ready. We do that usually in the fall.
What kind of art supplies would they get?
Oh, they'll get canvases to paint on,
Sure.
paints, drawing pencils, whatever they request.
Okay. I'm sure like the homeless shelters and stuff like that, they get crayons and stuff for the
Right,
kids as
right.
well. Yeah, I figured that.
And then we do the art lessons for students during the summer when they're not in school. Give them something to do.
Okay.
Art classes.
Yep. Very cool. So, Alec, what if somebody wanted to become part of the Art League? What would they have to do to become part of it?
There's 2 different ways. They can either go on our website page. It's KVAL. That's the acronym for Kishwaukee Valley Art League. KVAL-NFP, which stands for Not for Profit.
Okay.
.org. So it's KVAL-NFP.org. There's a membership form on there, or they can come into the gallery, and we have brochures about us and our calendar, monthly calendars, and then there's membership applications in the gallery as well.
Now, can somebody donate their time to this without becoming a member?
I don't know if we've ever discussed that or not. I don't think that there would be a problem with that.
Okay.
Something I could bring up at the next board meeting.
Yeah, and are there any age requirements?
No.
And so you could be part of the club at any age?
Right,
Pretty much,
and that's
yeah.
why we have the student membership.
Okay, fantastic.
You asked me some questions that got us thinking about asked me, how many people do you think you impact?
Mm-hmm.
And I took that to the board, and I said, we need to come up with ideas so we can broaden our scope. So,
Yeah, I mean...
So we're kicking around ideas for that. There's an organization in town called Club 55, and they have 4 locations in the area.
Okay.
And that's for seniors. For seniors over
55 and older, yeah,
Right.
sure.
So, and part of their thing is art, to provide art for these seniors.
Okay.
And so we thought, well, maybe we can get some of our members to teach art classes in these
Very
places.
cool idea, yes.
And my wife and I were just there today. I came from there
To do this interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I love that.
And also, I'm on the Sycamore Beautification Committee, and one of the things that we're discussing is to have murals on some of the buildings at Sycamore.
That would be neat.
And we brought in a mural artist, and we sat down and we talked to one of our business people who was willing to have a mural put on his business building. The mural artist said, well, she would like to have volunteers to help her
Right.
with the painting of this mural. So there's another opportunity, and it might not be just KVAL members, it might be community people
Right.
who would like a chance to beautify Sycamore and help paint the mural.
Maybe even some of these taggers that are out there, instead of doing it for a negative, go out there and do it for a positive, right? Yeah, that's very neat. And then how do you guys stay connected with emerging trends and developments in the art world to keep your program relevant?
Oh, so many members who go out and do art shows and put their artwork in other locations. We're always looking at what are other art leagues doing, what are other galleries doing, and who is out there and what kind of art are they doing.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a big part of it. I mean, the trends are constantly, what's popular today, tomorrow is a completely different world, is it not?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, look at just like fashion or anything else. What was popular 25 years ago is completely out of date 10 years ago, and now today it's coming back, right? And you see that in art too, I would assume.
Oh,
correct?
yeah. I was watching Channel 9 News one morning. They have a thing called 9 at 9.
Yep.
And they were showing this, I think he was a Japanese artist, who was dropping objects in colored liquid and filming it. And this stuff would just come up in slow motion. And it was
Unbelievable art, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's video art, but it's
Yeah,
art.
yeah.
I mean, today, I think currently our culture has moved away from that physical art you can touch, and it's almost more of a digital art.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure that trend will shift again, where that'll come back to a more physical art. Do you guys, one thing we didn't chat about, do you guys have, because a lot of people consider music as art, do you guys have musicians too?
Yeah, we do. We do have some musicians. And we've been in there. I play guitar, and another gentleman plays guitar. And when we had some of those downtown events.
Yeah.
We played in there. A couple of our artists were going to play in our gala. We were going to have a fundraising gala, but it was scheduled for January 12th. And that's when we got that big snowstorm, ice storm. And
Okay,
so
yeah.
the gala
Didn't show.
didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
So we're thinking of rescheduling that and doing it another time.
Doing it another time. Alec, what would be the number one way somebody could impact the Art League and really make a difference in somebody's life?
We could use someone that really knows marketing. You know, like a lot of our members are older,
Sure.
so we're not into the new technology,
Okay.
TikTok, and I don't even know what they are because I can barely use a computer.
So any of you out there that are watching this that could help the Art League with some of their technology stuff, it sounds like that would be a huge advancement for them.
And we have a young man who can write our grants applications for us, but just finding grants, where, you know, there are art grants out there. If we could have someone finding the grants for us so that he could then write them, because he works full time,
Sure.
that would help too.
And I'm assuming donations would be huge.
Donation would be huge.
Because, I mean, your grants, you know, I've talked to a few different organizations, and grants don't tend to do enough to really impact the communities. It's a great start, but the donations are really a huge part of it, correct?
It is, yeah. And that's why I've been trying to get us some corporate sponsors.
Right. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. All right. Well,
But that's difficult too.
yes, it is. Yeah. I mean, in you know, you got to have a big heart for stuff like this, organizations like this, in order to find the money to do it.